So, we've had a little trend of asking like some kind of questions.
And this week's question is
Which quarterbacks do you think have the most to prove?
What are we doing
Which-
here? AFC,
the
NFC,
most
or
wait, are we talking the most to prove, the hottest seats? Like who's like if they
Yeah.
don't show that they're gonna do something, they're out.
Okay, because I think that there's some obvious ones here. Let's do two from each conference. That you
Okay.
could see.
Oof. I gotta, hope everything goes. All right. Okay.
Well, I'll start in the AFC, and I'm going to take the most obvious one, Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh, that's a good one. See, that's not going to be my AFC one. I thought of a different, more obvious one, but
Okay. See, I feel like that's the most obvious one because of how everything ended in Green Bay.
yeah, and with all the expectations now piled on him going to the
Yeah,
like,
and
ton of expectations.
He's still even this week trying to sell everybody on the idea that the Packers didn't try hard enough to get a hold of him.
Yeah, dude, the whole thing. Everybody knows my cell phone signal and to FaceTime me. And
Dude, you start blaming your cell phone signal.
And dude, right, I know, right? When you're blaming your bars, like you come, and they have to FaceTime. And when he was even like, I talk to who I want to talk to, or I talk to the people I like, right?
Yeah, that's how he ended it.
People,
like he's got
okay.
frustrated and was like, "Oh fuck it, I don't care."
Anyways, dude, what the fuck ever.
But
Yeah,
I mean, and being in New York, like if they come out, 2-3, 2-4, like that's going to be a fucking problem. Like,
Yeah,
you're not going to be able to dodge questions like you could in Green Bay with very team friendly media.
You're gonna have to win.
Yeah, and you're going to have.
But if he doesn't, here's the thing. It's with A-Raj, it's not that bad. Like if he doesn't win and he does that, then you just retire. You just retire.
Yeah, at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, he could always Vontae Davis.
But he's also. I think
in the middle of the game.
I also think Aaron Rodgers still feels like he has a lot to prove regarding his legacy.
Because of it's weird because you only have one Super Bowl. Like how many guys do we say that about? Like Aaron Rodgers really got kind of piled on. I think it's because in the playoffs he would just,
Yeah, I mean it's the way he's
Hunter.
It's not just losing the playoffs, it's the way he's lost in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think it's because he won so early on in his career. He won like in his third year as a starter and then went like, it's been another like what 12, 13 seasons since then, and he hasn't won one. So
yeah, but I mean he keeps
because
like 13, 14 win teams.
Right.
To the playoffs,
people don't
losing in the first round, losing in the second.
People look at Drew Brees and it's like, why didn't that guy win another one? Even though maybe they should. John Payton, why didn't you win another one when you had Drew Brees? What's wrong with you?
Sneaky, who would your other quarterback in the AFC be?
My other one in the AFC, just because I think of it as far as how the drama. Well, man, that's number 2 is tough. There are some choices there, but I'm gonna go Lamar. Just because of all the drama around his contract and everything else. Like it's Baltimore went and got him weapons. There's not a whole lot left.
There's no more excuses.
Right? Yeah, there's no more excuses.
You gotta do it.
Yeah, I think
don't get hurt.
I think he's kind of in the same situation as Jalen last year, when it was like, it's no more. Like we put everything we can around you.
Yeah, they did a really good job with receivers this year. So, Sam, do you want to say yours or do you want me to go?
I mean, in the AFC, because I'm surprised you didn't say it, but Russell Wilson, like if Russell Wilson doesn't do something right, if he starts looking like last year, he gone. Like
they spent too much on him.
Now they've spent a bunch on a coach who they are going to pick over Russell Wilson.
And they brought in Stidham as their backup.
Yeah, and I don't know if you have to be so worried because Stidham, like He had one good game last year. Let's not blow it up.
So he had almost as many good games as Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Far fewer tries.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if Russ,
I'm just saying they have a quality backup.
if he looks like the Russ of last year, where he's missing wide open guys over the middle of the field, and then
not being able to escape pressures.
Yeah, not able to. He's gone.
Yeah,
they're done with him. They will find a way out of that contract.
Oh.
They're gonna have. And then I don't know, I'd say that
Just to add on to that it like I didn't even think about Russell Wilson when I was considering AFC quarterbacks because I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it's already over.
Foregone conclusion, dude's done. He out. Yeah, he may already be washed.
So sorry, go ahead.
After that, would you even consider Mac Jones? Like, he has to do something or he's gone. He might already be gone.
I think Belichick already hates him. He doesn't have a better option. Like,
and I'm kind of already
Bailey's ass. He's going to start games this year. Believe that.
I'm already falling asleep talking about Mac Jones. So Deshaun Watson, that could be a bet. Like, if that dude don't play, like, it could get real bad. I mean, he's already got a guaranteed money like on that contract.
Yeah,
it could get bad. It would get bad for Cleveland, like as an organization.
It's already bad.
If it starts bad, it's going to be the same thing as Denver last year when they start talking about how early can they get out of this contract.
This contract, yeah, like, oof, he has to perform. He has to play, or because it's almost like not just
they're fucking
him being in the hot seat. It's that it's the entire franchise is in a hot seat. With
so which one was it? Was it Mac Jones or Deshaun?
I'll go Deshaun. He's got the weight of a franchise on it.
Yeah, that's not even so much like his job is on the line. Like, he could suck all this year and he's going to be the starter next year.
Next year, yeah, dude, they don't have a choice. They guaranteed him all that shit.
Yeah. So unless he pulls his dick out on the field, then
and unless the Browns can somehow entirely pay that contract in that short amount of time.
Just that one's almost kind of more pressure on the franchise than the quarterback himself.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a hot seat for the entire fucking franchise. All right. Anyways, Tim, right? Or P?
I can go.
Tim?
Go ahead.
Okay. P.
So
this is where P is for me.
My first one's gonna be Ryan Tannehill.
Mm-hmm.
They have not really made it a good secret that they have been trying to find a replacement for you for 2 years now. You were able to fight it off last year because Malik Willis was fucking awful. Like, he was so bad that they are trying again with Levi.
Yeah, well,
Levis.
I
don't think it's going to be important how we hear things pronounced.
I don't like Will Levis might be a little better than Willis. But I don't know if he's better than Tannehill. Like, I don't know if he's going to be any sort of.
I think the writing is on the wall for Tannehill. Like, the first time they lose 2 in a row, they're going to be screaming for Will Levis. The fans,
I think
Tannehill's in a no-win situation. There's nothing within his skill set that he can do to keep him.
And it's the last year of his contract.
He's fighting for his NFL life at this point. His starting job. So that's why I'm putting him in here. I almost put Jimmy G, but we don't know if he's going to even play football right now. He can't pass a physical. So I'm going to go Ryan Tannehill, but I would say Jimmy G is in the same vein because this is their NFL lives. Because there might not be another starting opportunity out there for a Ryan Tannehill next season.
Yeah. I mean, they could do backup roles. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Ryan Tannehill. No matter, like, if that's what's going to happen after this season, fucking retire. Like, you got a big old bag, the much bigger bag than Ryan Tannehill probably should have ever gotten. And, like, you could go be a backup somewhere for a little bit, maybe for like a few years. You're already kind of older, right? But
you could see the Colts or the Commanders come calling for Ryan Tannehill next year.
That's true.
Falcons. I think I don't think the Colts. I think the Falcons and the Commanders, because I think the Colts hopefully found their guy.
I hope so too, but you just never know with them.
Yeah.
You know.
So my second
but-
quarterback in the AFC, Josh Allen.
Oh, spicy.
Well, think
don't-
about it.
No, I get the.
That's a tough division right now if it all plans out the way that it could. With Aaron Rodgers, Tua Tagovailoa, an offensive coordinator in New England. He's got to make. I mean, Mac Jones has got to be better than fucking when he was last year because he has a person who knows how to call an offensive play. It can't be worse. It can't be worse. Is all I'm saying.
Because he did.
It was
look
Matt
better.
Patricia, a
It did look-
defensive assistant, calling the offensive plays.
I know you did look better under Josh McDaniel.
So I'm gonna say that division is the hardest in football on paper right now, with Aaron Rodgers, Tua Tagovailoa,
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah, I mean,
Allen,
there's
and
The
an offensive
NFC
mind running a
East
New
is
England
also-
offense.
Both
I-
East divisions.
Yeah.
Are very.
They're both tough.
They're
The
both
AFC
maybe the
North, too.
This one
AFC
here,
North is
this one here, I give the edge over the NFC East because the Commanders, I don't really know where they're gonna fall with Sam
You know
Howell.
where the Patriots are gonna fall.
I trust Bill Belichick more than I do them, and I think, yeah, I think
They've gone like 500 since Tom Brady's left. Like the Patriots haven't done anything.
I think they're probably
Spectacular.
still a 500 team.
yeah, I think that's gonna be better than
If it
Washington.
was a little softer, I could see.
Washington was basically a 500 team. They do the
But-
same thing. Washington also new offensive coordinator.
True. And
But
a
no,
dead
I like
man
your pick
walking
with
coach.
Josh Allen because he's actually kind of steadily gotten worse
No,
since
Brian.
the AFC Championship loss to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
That's-
and last season he did not look as good with Ken Dorsey calling the plays compared to Brian DeBall.
Right.
Um,
They had gotten a new offensive coordinator. Got
Yeah.
all these
which
got a-
maybe
you've got a discontent one
and-
receiver.
yeah,
He'd
wider.
gotten injured, right? He had the elbow injury. People were like maybe
You-
that affected him, and I'm like, I don't.
There
I think
hasn't
it's a
been
bad
a
decision.
large improvement to the supporting cast around him. So
No.
not that it was. I don't think that the Bills have a shitty supporting
Unless-
cast. I do think Gabe Davis is
un-
decent, but he's not.
Unless they
I don't
get
think they're
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, unless they get DeAndre Hopkins, which
They get DeAndre Hopkins.
They-
It'd be pretty dangerous.
they seem to have pulled themselves out of contention earlier this week when they said that they can't match his demands.
I mean, every team has said that though.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of
And,
just
like
a
he's
negotiating.
DeAndre
tactic.
Hopkins is kind of in that cycle where he's got to find out that he's not going to get $15 million.
Yeah.
Especially from a
He's-
contending team.
yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna say because I mean Buffalo easily could win that division again, but they could easily finish in third.
But you
He
don't
couldn't.
think Josh Allen could lose his job?
I think
Yeah,
that that's
Josh
a lot of
Allen-
pressure
well,
on him though,
Josh
because
Allen's
right
not
now
losing his
I'm not saying that, but whenever I think that there's a different type of pressure on this than that. I think it's a pressure of that eliminates him from
He maybe stops getting talked about in the upper tier.
upper tier.
Mhm.
Yep. Could affect.
Alright.
Yeah, I think and it
Okay.
could put him onto that hot seat going into, you know.
That's true. I mean, could make him trade bait.
Nope. So I'm gonna stick with Josh Allen as a potential
Okay.
quarterback with a lot to prove this season.
Josh
I like it.
Allen.
I like
Timmy Tam. Anybody for the AFC? I mean, we've kind of taken all of them. I don't know if there's
I was gonna say one, mainly due to health concerns, but Tua.
Thank you. I thought.
Okay.
If
thought nobody was gonna
Tua
say it.
can't stay healthy, they're gonna have to do something else.
that's true.
They've got
He's
too
a-
much on that offense. That defense is pretty damn good as well.
I think we've mentioned every quarterback in the AFC East without while also saying they're the best division in the league.
It's
And I
just-
think that that's
it's-
because of that division that they all have something to prove.
Yeah, and it's because they're all fighting for that 1 or 2 spot, and only two of them are going to make that. So
Yeah, well, you've got a lot of teams that are trying to take that next step.
Yeah.
And
And-
and kind of on different levels. I mean, the Patriots are just trying to become a playoff team again.
Mm-hmm.
The
Well,
Jets
the-
want to be, I like. I know they
The-
say Super Bowl, but I think they'd be happy to get past the first round of the playoffs. And then I think, Miami and Buffalo both
I don't know,
want to
man.
compete for a Super Bowl.
If Tua can't stay, like, I mean, if Tua gets hit, too many more concussions, he's gonna have to quit football.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
like that he took steps in the offseason to learn how to fall better and take those hits.
Yeah, if
Hopefully
he
that
comes
pays
out in
off.
week 1 or 2 and takes a concussion, like
Yeah.
that's bad. I mean,
That's real bad.
That might be the end.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Waddle and Tyreek to throw too. Like, your offense should be winning you games consistently. And if you're unhealthy and they're having to put a second or third string quarterback in there, so what's the point of having those weapons?
Yeah, imagine having Hill and Waddle.
Yeah.
Stupid. So who'd your second be, Tim?
I wanted to say Lamar, but I think I'm gonna go Russ, because we brought up the point that they just signed a new coach. They're gonna pick coach over, especially that coach. Sean Payton is not a coach that you just let go after paying that much money.
Right.
And Russ, I mean, he looked bad last year. He can't do it again this year. They gave up too many picks. They basically gave up their future for now, and if now doesn't come, they're kind of screwed. So
yeah, man, he's got a few. I feel like the leash is pretty short with him too.
Yeah,
I feel like they didn't get him any weapons in the offseason.
no,
They got a bunch of threats from Jerry Jeudy to leave.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, it seemed like they did what they could just to keep a hold of what threats he did have. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
nobody
it doesn't look good.
Nobody was scrambling to sign up to play to catch balls from Russell. Like,
No.
None of the free agent wide receivers, the few that there were, and now DeAndre Hopkins, he is not calling over to Denver, being like, "Hey,
you got a spot?"
there.
No, dude, no. So
yeah,
I like
so
it. I like all those quarterback names that we threw out there.